Centaurs, the wild guardians of ancient lore, mythology uncovered, half-human, half-horse creatures of wild strength and ancient wisdom. But were centaurs mere legends? Or something more? Origins of the centaur. The centaur, or Centaurs, first galloped into Greek mythology during the 8th century BCE. Legend says they were born of Chiron, a man who tried to seduce Hera, queen of the gods. Born from chaos, children of the storm. But centaurs were more than beasts. They symbolized the tension between civilization and savagery, between reason and instinct, the duality of the beast. Greek myths divided centaurs into two extremes. Most were wild creatures of drunken rage and carnal desire. They disrupted weddings and lived without laws. But one stood apart, Chiron. Wise, gentle, and immortal Chiron was a healer, a scholar, and a teacher of heroes. Unlike his wild kin, Chiron was born not from lust but from Cronus, the Titan, a centaur, touched by divinity. Symbolism and psychology. Psychologists like Carl Jung saw centaurs as symbols of our inner conflict, the beast within bound to the logic of man. In literature and art, they reflect our duality, instinct versus intellect, impulse versus insight. Centaurs remind us, you can't tame what you refuse to understand. Beyond Greece, other cultures, though rooted in Greece, the idea of man merging with beast appears across cultures. In Babylonian astrology, Sagittarius, half man, half horse, aims his bow to the stars. Some scholars believe centaurs may have been inspired by first sightings of nomadic horsemen, like the Scythians, by people unfamiliar with horseback riding. To the untrained eye, a man galloping on a horse might look like one creature. Modern centaurs, from Narnia to Harry Potter, centaurs galloped into modern fantasy with grace and mystery. In Harry Potter, they're forest-dwelling sages who study the stars. In Narnia, noble warriors of honor. Pop culture reimagined them not as monsters, but as mystics. Perhaps reflecting a modern longing to reconnect with our wild wisdom. Could centaurs have existed? Biologically, they're an impossible fusion. But metaphorically, they've always been real. They speak to something primal inside us, the beast that walks beside the man. Half horse, half human, all mystery. This is EchoVerse, where the legends live on,